right. Good morning, world.
Hello.
Hello. Matt D. Smith, everybody. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Paul.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be here. Me, you, and the hovering art director.
As always.
So just like three white boys hanging out. That's what's happening. And you guys. So thank you so much for joining us, Munir and Caroline. Good evening to you. Always curious as to where you guys. We said good morning, but essentially it's we're on the West Coast.
Hello, Kendra, Kamal, Tim, all the peeps. That's right. Mitch is reminding me to Command S.
Yes, thank you.
That.
You're a lifesaver. Hi, Nicole. Good to see you again. Pankaj. It's always fun seeing familiar names. Paras. Bibin, good to see you. So yeah, just do a shout out if, especially if you're new here as well. I always like to hear from you and also where you are also from. So Dana, Pacific Northwest, Washington State, gotta love it there. So we're in beautiful San Francisco. We can see beautiful Golden Gate Bridge right out these gorgeous big windows that we see. So that's what we're looking at.
It's bright today.
It's very bright, sunny. Matt, you're East Coast. I don't know. What would you call?
I'm East Coast.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not on the coast, but I'm in Georgia, which is the east.
Yeah. So being outside of Atlanta, it's always tricky saying whether Atlanta or Georgia is south or east. Is it southern?
It's southeast.
Southeast. There you go. You're in your own
It's
category.
a thing.
That's a thing. Argentina in the house. All right. Mexico City. Had some friends spent Thanksgiving there, actually. Ukraine, Kiev. Awesome. Very cool. That's why it's good evening to you. So we're going to do some UX, UI design today. Probably continue what we're working on. We're all about the theme of Utopia.
That's right.
Utopia, which is why we're glad you guys are here. And essentially, we have been building an app around that.
Yes,
so,
we have.
yeah. Can we see your screen?
Yeah, let's dig in here.
See. And I'll just shout outs occasionally.
All right. Yeah, so this is kind of where we left off yesterday. I've got a barrage of elements in my UI graveyard. And I did update a small piece of it since yesterday just because the mood struck me and I decided to add this little globe thing here. I'm going to bump up the opacity so you can see it a little better.
Yeah.
Figured we're on a planet, so I actually went to let's see. I went to my Creative Cloud library and stuck this thing in here. Although this is an Illustrator file, so I don't know if it shows up as a graphic.
That's one thing that we're still working on. So basically bringing in vectors doesn't quite work out that way.
Yeah,
Did you notice that?
I did notice that. So I just opened it up in Illustrator. This was a slightly different one. But that's pretty much what I did. I just copied and pasted this from XD and added this little gradient to it.
Yeah, that's all you had to do. Perfect, man.
So yeah, it's a little more planet-like.
Oh, and also just some like quick tips. If you would have added a radial gradient on that in Illustrator, it'll come through in XD.
Even though that's not an option just yet.
Yeah, it's not currently an option, but you can always copy and paste it in.
Yeah, so I thought I could salvage some of what I had yesterday and keep on going with the new designs today. I've got a little task list here, so I know we're all about activities today, so I kind of created a little task list, some things that we could do. So I thought, okay, we need to show the selected globe location. So if we're on this planet, we probably need to have the ability to show, like where we currently are on the planet, especially if we're going to get into location-based activities. Maybe I'll move teleportation flow down here. So show you are here, show a selected globe location, show an activity that is kind of in progress, maybe the start and completion of an activity. Maybe we earn badges for completing that activity. So yeah, I'll start on that, and if we get further along, I will continue down the list. So if you have any ideas for activities at any of these locations, Valley of No Autosaves, Temple of Infinite Kittens, Couch of No Regret. If you have like activities, think of like an activity that you would do to like earn a badge there, maybe like a 3 to 5 step thing, and then maybe get some ideas going. I'll get Paul to look out for a good one.
Yeah, definitely.
And then maybe we can design a flow against that.
Yeah. So a couple questions. Did you make the globe? You didn't. You're able to pull that pretty easily from Adobe stock.
Yeah, I just searched for globe.
Oh, dude, you can make. I'll not right now, but it's actually really easy to make one of those. It's kind of fun.
Okay.
There's ways you can. I've done a live stream on it. So anyway.
Yeah, I didn't. You know, typically if you were designing an app, it wouldn't be, you know, you know, this is one of those things where you would talk with your development team and ask them, like, could we have an interactive globe? There's services now called like globekit.co, and there's other like developmental resources that you would definitely need to research and look into if you wanted to have a spinnable globe. So we're not going too deep down that path, but if you did want to put that in your app, it would be more about testing that technical feasibility versus just saying, oh yeah, and we're gonna have this globe spinning around, because deadlines and budgets are a real thing when it comes to app development. So just a word of wisdom there.
Pankaj, good. We're getting some suggestions in. I like swimming with herbivore sharks. I love it.
So Kendra's asking
Spaceship
about
racing.
background. Should you ask me some questions about that, or should we
your
save
background.
that for later? Yeah.
Oh no,
Like
we want to know your background.
Actual background.
Well, actually, no, I don't. I missed the comment there.
Matt, tell us a little about I can't speak this morning.
Tell us a little bit about your background. Okay, gotcha.
I'm from Athens, Georgia. I've been doing UX design for, I don't know, 7 or 8 years, maybe a decade. I don't know. Did I start with UX design or did I come from programming? I came from graphic design. I was a graphic design major at the University of Georgia in Athens in 2005. Got really into Flash websites, doing some really like horrible timeline animation, just like really bad stuff. You know, I was wanting it to be great.
Still, no, you.
But then, you know, I got better at it.
Let's show my screen.
I got better at doing some Flash stuff, but that's really where I got into the web and animation.
Tell us, you've shown me an old Flash site. What is one of them? What's one of the URLs?
Okay, yeah, so let's go to like, this is a total off the top of my head. I don't know if this will work. archive.studiomds.com/clients/Lunocet, LUNOCET. Fingers crossed.
Oh, not quite.
Nothing. Okay, try.
Oh, hold on. That was my bad.
There you go.
Lunocet. Oh, so close. Not quite.
Still not working.
Well, and I wanted to point this out because, like, essentially what you say is, like, bad Flash sites are actually really, like, you definitely have a design background in the quality of your work. What you call bad, I'm like, still, that's super
I know what
sharp.
you need to do on that URL.
What's that?
Go to clients. And after clients, before Lunocet, type in CIAMILLO.
Is that right?
That's it.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Turn up the sound. I got it.
Oh, I don't know if we can do sound here. I mean, I could probably do a little bit of it just like over my mic.
You could go to that URL. So yeah, anyway. That was my
No, man, this is what it's all about. These were Flash sites, you know, seriously. Like all these little like details of this, like, again, this is all UI stuff. I mean, this is what everybody was doing.
This is what I was doing before I didn't really know what I was doing, you know, like all of the menus and the motion for no good reason.
It's still cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to make cool stuff. This particular site, it was fun to make, but it was hard to use. And so I started with the flashy, you know, motion, graphic, sound effects, things flying around. I just wanted to make cool things. And then from there, I learned more about user experience and actually, you know, designing for someone to accomplish a certain task. And so I still have a lot of that background, but I try to make sure that that's not superseding the objective of the user. So it's a tricky balance, and there's still a big part of me that loves to inject stuff like that into my work. So
Yeah, it is pretty fascinating because you did have a lot of that those techie little details, which really, I mean, you know, you have to ask, like, what value did it add? It's super hot, but that's where we're at today, where we're dealing with this design, super clean. I can actually tell that you designed it to a certain degree, to be honest with you, because you have a really sharp style. Like, this would go fine just in your portfolio.
Yeah, we'll throw it up on Behance or, you know, wherever.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get started here designing a little like "you are here" location thing. See how it goes.
Yeah, that's good. I
There's
mean,
there's lots of other Flash sites too that I can give you, but I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. Hey, Ariana. Good to have you here. So yeah, no, that's fun, and it's interesting watching people make those transitions, sort of starting out in graphic design, and then going through the, living through the Flash decade that we had, or
That's
decades. Because honestly, like, if you were doing anything cool 15 years ago, it was done in Flash, so everybody was doing that sort of thing, and now we're in this day and age where we're just taking it to the next level, on devices. And,
yep.
Tapping into these unique technologies. So it's fun. So Niraj, the globe is something that we actually got on Adobe stock, but you can actually make it. I'll try to find the example that I have.
I feel like I've done something like that before by accident, like a halftone pattern, and then you expand it or something.
Yes, exactly. Halftone pattern, you expand it. So it's a gradient, radio gradient, halftone pattern. You expand it, and then you put that actually on a globe. On a, you
like mask it or something?
You basically, oh gosh. Yes, that becomes your texture. Or your material that goes on a 3D sphere. And all the sphere is just created by having a half circle and then doing a lathe, if you will. And then you slap it right on there. I'll pull up that, since you guys are interested.
All right, let's see here. So I'm thinking about like the selected states versus the actionable states here.
You can check out, Travis Nelson, he does a lot of design thinking. Do you know Travis Nelson? Yeah.
YouTube, design dev, YouTuber guy.
Mm-hmm.
I know Travis.
Good
old Travis. Doing a lot of watercolor these days on Instagram. Very good.
Oh, that's what I hear. Yeah.
He's awesome. I love watching that. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I need to get some watercolor brushes. Start painting again.
We had him on the stream 2 weeks ago. Just before Thanksgiving, yeah. So yes, Travis, and always up for people you are interested in. We're always looking for talent and people that you want to see live streaming. Just let us know. All right.
All right. If I was designing this by myself, at my desk, no one was watching, I would probably spend literally like 30 minutes trying to figure out the gradient for this little dot and just the right shadow. But I know that would be
super
boring to watch. So I'm gonna just leave it as is. I don't to me, this is only about 70% of as tight and as finesse as I would want it to be. So just keep that in mind as I'm going forward.
I feel like that's going to be something that kind of bothers you. Going forward, you're like, I really want to tighten that
up. I know, I'm like, I need an 8-hour stream to really dig into all the little details.
I think you could do a couple hours stream between you and even Shauna on gradients alone. Where you just make different gradients. You just do gradients on top of gradients. I
need that illustration, Shauna.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You need to share that with us, because we will put it in this app. We do have I'm collecting still things to do on this fabulous planet called Utopia. Spaceship racing, swimming with herbivore sharks. What I like,
Ooh,
I want a
those are
dinosaur, like a mini dinosaur petting zoo.
And maybe
Zoo.
once we zero in on the activity, then we can choose one and then have them suggest the 3 to 5 steps of completing that activity.
Okay.
And then I can use that as like a flow to go through.
Okay. So if it's the swimming with herbivore sharks, yeah, okay, that sounds good. Mini dinosaurs equals lizards. You are correct, Kendra. Still, I want a little mini T-Rex. That's my pet.
That's right.
And he's not even that kind. He's always like trying to bite my finger, but I still love him.
But his teeth are so small you can't really feel it.
Yeah.
It's like
That's good. It's like a
kind of
little massage.
It's like a tiny squirrel crawling on your finger or something.
Yeah.
Like a sugar glider.
Yes.
All right, there's my globe screen.
You have, you actually, somebody's asking about even you teaching UX and stuff like that. You did an Illustrator course and you built a whole site out. What's that URL?
That is, I believe it's AIUX.co. But there's like a free newsletter, like a email sequence where I kind of break down. No, not com, just without the M.
Oh.
But yeah, it's closed right now.
Okay, gotcha.
And but if you go to learnaiux.com, there are some UX case studies where I give the PDF, like the wireframes of like a startup or a big Fortune 500 company or a small company within inside of a larger company, and just I show the full breakdown of the UX documents and why.
Okay.
And they're all slightly different. Like some are flows, some are really polished. Anyway, kind of fun.
No, very nice. I'll just post this in the chat if you're interested. But I think you're really good at like teaching. So.
All right, so I'm gonna steal one of these iOS overlays here.
Aaron Draplin, noted. Astro surfing, teleporting zones, robot boxing.
I'm gonna let you pick the activity.
Okay.
And then we'll get some. All right. So there's a big part of me that wants to design this I want to design like a custom overlay here, but I'm going to restrain myself and use this out of the box iOS modal, even though I don't want to, just so I can keep going and kind of link together a good flow. So we'll say like
candy stars.
You are at X location. Would you like to initiate robot boxing? And we can change that depending on whatever you
I like robot teleport tag, micro piggies.
Let's see. I think it probably wouldn't have 3 options here. I think it would be you would either say yes to robot boxing or no. I don't think you would do it later. And I don't know if if this is very standard or not in kind of the UI design world, but I think so much of even like designing this, you know, like you really have to think critically about the copy that you're using, like, and copywriting is a really, really big part of UI design. So just instead of saying just yes or no, which kind of sounds vanilla, you know, like if you really want to persuade someone to,
and the order that they're in.
Yeah, and the order too. Like we want the yes to be we want people to engage in this, so we're gonna like use that one as the bold one, or maybe we'll redesign it and be brighter. But it might say like, yes, let's kick some robot butt or something.
Yeah.
But that doesn't fit, so we'll maybe we'll just, I don't know.
Yes, Yeah, there you go. And then that.
Maybe this says not yet, which
Yeah.
still kind of gives you the idea, like, I'm going to do it, just not yet.
Yeah. And that should be a question. Would you like to?
Yes, question marks are important. So I'll just leave this here now.
Thank you so much. You guys are good. Everybody.
If we really wanted to get creative here, I'll just, one thing that I really like to do is, let's see, that's not gonna work. I like to use emojis as placeholders for UI.
Okay.
I need to open this like text document. Open my Utopia document here. Control Command Spacebar will help you open this emoji panel more quickly. Copy and paste that.
I did not know that.
Yes.
On a Mac, Control.
I wonder if there's a boxing glove or something. Yes, there is. Sweet.
Nice.
I mean, these are good. These are good emojis.
Legit. Yeah,
like it's a good way to. It doesn't require any images, so the load time is it's already built into your device. So I think utilizing emoji in creative ways is a good UI hack.
I love that already. Yeah, those are good emojis. They just come in as like ping files, right?
Yes, and I think they go up to like 48 or 64 pixels or something.
Yeah, Kendra, I didn't know about accessing those emojis either, so thank you for that. And Tim, if you have a PC equivalent, we'd love to hear it, my friend. Ooh, Jean-Eric is always with the puns, by the way, but he's like, let's kick some robot.
Robot. Oh, there you go.
Har, har. Always with the puns.
You know what? I'm going to throw it in there. I might have to hyphenate it, though, so it's...
There's, on one end is really good puns, and on the other end is like dad jokes. That's what puns.
This is
puns run the gamut.
I, for one, love dad jokes.
Well, you are a dad.
But this one...
I do, too. I can get awfully cheesy quick.
What's brown and sticky?
What?
A stick.
Nah. Jokes.
But this definitely falls into the dad joke category. And this is robot. It's okay. It's a good attempt, John. Jan. Sorry,
Jan Eric.
I'll leave it.
Hey, we're all about community here. We will.
If anybody has a better one, let me know. It does fit better, by the way. All right, so I'm just gonna.
What's brown and sticky? A stick. You kids are like, your kids just roll their eyes when they, what's up?
I mean, they like,
do they think you're hilarious?
It depends.
I don't know.
It depends. All right, I'm not feeling these button styles. I'm gonna have to change this. I know, like for iOS, the default action, if it's stacked vertically, like the one they want you to hit is at the bottom. But for this one, I feel like we need to stick this one on top. Maybe put a border around it or something. I think it's always important to think about your primary call to action on every screen versus your secondary. Make it very apparent.
Yeah, and it's just a good design tip. You know, you don't really want to have two options that are fighting for your attention. It should be primary read, secondary read.
That's right.
I'm still looking for the little sphere demo, so you'll have to give me a second on that. I got lots of graphics in here that I need to sort through, and then I will share it with you. This is one reason I use Bridge, by the way. We're going to be full of random tips. Adobe Bridge, I can view.
I've never opened Bridge and not thought to myself, what just happened? Why is this here?
Oh, really?
I just never got into it. I don't know why.
Yeah, so, yeah. This is why I love. First of all, I love it that I get to see all these gorgeous thumbnails, but I can then show items from subfolders. Because I don't know where I put that file. I don't know the name of it. I just know what it looks like. So that shows all of the graphics in all of these folders. And that's what I'm going to be doing for a little bit. It's like scrolling through all these to find the one I'm looking for.
I'm typically pretty meticulous about naming things. And so I'm a huge Spotlight user where I'll just, if I want to find this file, MDS Utopia, command return, and there it is.
There you are.
Although I don't know what I named those spheres, so I think if you're a visual searcher, then that would be great.
I found the my sphere file. So this is really awesome because this is just really one line that has a 3D revolve going on. So there's one effect on this half circle line. I click on it. These are the options, but I'll just preview it. But essentially it's that one line. The magic is happening when I've mapped art to that sphere. So that's where that's coming from. Yeah, and like I can rotate it around and stuff like that. So you get the idea.
I thought you were just making a ton of little tiny circles and then skewing them by hand each one.
I like to let my clients think that.
Yeah.
Like it took me so long.
Yeah, I need to make this sphere. That'll be a day's worth of work. Okay, what location should the robot boxing be at? It can't just be the robot boxing rink or whatever. Not a rink. Maybe it is a skating rink where you box on skates.
No, I think it just randomly happens on the street. I'm just joking.
Is it the Valley of No Autosaves? Candy Mountain? You know, it could be any of these. Or we could make up a new name for that.
So where's this? Yeah, where's the robot boxing happening?
It could be at the Temple of Infinite Kittens. That could be like something that happens in the lobby since we've already got that going. Or we could change it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you'd already have that going on.
Yeah.
But you could also duplicate it. There needs to be, I would put it in needs to be at like a gym probably. Or something like that.
So someone Braden's on the live stream. I had dinner with him the other night. Hello, Braden.
Oh, nice. What's up, Braden?
+1 for Temple of Kittens. Maybe the Gem of Kittens. It could be at a temple. Just like a weird thing.
Yeah, that works. We just love the Temple of Infinite Kittens.
Oh right, infinite.
We want everything to happen there. Shiva, welcome. 3:30 a.m. in Malaysia. So good morning to you. Wow.
Dang. I've got a friend in Singapore, which is right near Malaysia, and so we used to work together, and it was always like he worked during the nights, and so his schedule was basically the same. So
it worked. Yeah,
it worked out.
Huh, nice. Ooh, from Baku, Azerbaijan. Hey, Valet, is that how you say your name? You are the first person I've had seen on the stream that's from Azerbaijan. Like, I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly. Azerbaijan? Am I saying that correctly?
I'm not gonna pretend like I know.
Well, welcome, man. That's so cool. Joseph Chase says, call it litter boxing. It's at the Temple of Infinite Kittens.
That is pretty amazing.
You guys are clever. You're clever. Okay, so yeah, Jared, I'll pick that apart. Just give me a second.
All right, let's group this stuff here. Why are my shortcuts not working?
Are you saving off?
Oh, did they change it? Control, Command.
Catacombs.
Oh, it's 8. Okay, never mind. There we go. Catacombs, that's a good one. All right. Again, this is, you know, I'm kind of half designing this instead of like fully getting into all the details. I'm not happy with this being, you know, the full theme, but I'm going to just, again, leave it at 70% finish so I can keep going. All right, so now we want to design what's going to happen. Maybe this just shows up, you know, once you're near the Temple of Kittens. Yeah. And then we have to design what's going to happen when we activate litter boxing, or we say not yet.
Yeah. So when you click on that, it should like check. I don't know. What's the next step? Check you in, or like, is it? Because then it's like it's on. It probably matches you with a robot. Do you need me to get you some robot images?
Sure. Maybe you could get those. What's that? Is it Boston Dynamics that always releases those? There was like a robot doing a backflip off of a box the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Those are always pretty scary.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put a few robots floating around here just for fun.
Pakistan. I think I saw somebody from Pakistan here. Welcome.
Should probably put in a cat emoji as well.
Kevin Worth from Bristol,
just
UK.
For good measure.
Oh, there you go. Courtney has a good... there should be a list of potential contenders. And I think for that, you could use some images.
Yes. Now we need robot contender names.
Do you want me to try to find like images? And that being said, you know, do you want them realistic? There's this guy.
Since we're going down.
Oh, that's not fair. He has like he's all prepared for battle.
Funny ones, like Halloween costume versions, and like Terminator style.
Okay.
We'll just mix it up.
Mix it up. You got it. And all I'm doing is I'm going to be syncing directly to our Utopia. That's what that's what makes this awesome, because I'm just gonna sync the preview graphics, so they will start popping up in your CC libraries. All right, here's a good one. There's some really clean ones on white. Find a kitten robot. Oh, wouldn't that be a thing? Kitten robot.
All right, let's kick some robot.
There. Yeah, there's a kitten robot. Here's like a kitten robot.
Litter boxing a kitten robot. That's good stuff.
Look at that. Look at a cute one. It's like, yeah.
Activity modal.
Very cool. Yeah, I don't, Shiva, I don't, you're wondering why the SF Pro font isn't pre-built into XD is a good question. I don't think we own it. I don't think we have the rights to distribute it, and we'd probably have to go down that road.
Yeah, it's an Apple font, and I think they have pretty...
It's easy to get.
Yeah, you can just go to developer tools or something and download it.
And, which is linkable from XD.
They've also changed it like 3 times since they released it. It was like SF, it was San Francisco, then they changed it to SF UI, and now it's SF Pro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some small tweaks in it.
Yeah. So real fast. Yeah, we can switch to my screen. Right up here, so get UI kits. So that's how you can jump out and find the actual XD file. As well as the fonts and all that good stuff, which happen to be right in my downloads folder. Sure enough, fonts. But one thing I haven't talked about are 2 things, actually. Basically, we have a contest going on, and I need to talk about... We're going to do, basically, we'll do a random giveaway, but let's talk about this, activities on Utopia. That's the theme of the day, and just select the contest tab, which is right behind where you might be typing in the chat, and that will give you all of the instructions. So again, activities on Utopia, that's what we're building. You can see it right over here. Zoop. And you can download the creative brief, which, you know, is pretty straightforward. Since we are dealing with XD, we want this to be an XD prototype. So I'll show you really fast how to do that. So pardon me, this is not activities on Utopia, because even Utopia doesn't have as gorgeous mountains as these in Colorado. It probably does, actually. But right up here, you just link everything together like so, and then publish out that prototype, and that's how you get the link. Oh, Felicia's telling me to tell you to save.
Yes, thank you. Command S.
I think that's the big takeaway. That's probably going to be the big takeaway this week.
I have secretly hit Command S a few times.
Oh, so thank you, Adobe Live team. You have to submit, you have 1 hour to submit something, and so far nobody's submitted anything, so your chances are super high for winning 1 year of Creative Cloud. So you're like, hey, I want Creative Cloud, I already have it. Guess what, we'll add it to your current membership. And yeah, it's looking really good at this point. Oh, I'm doing a slow clap for Carasius. Are any of the contenders Southpaws? Slow clap.
Another
good stuff.
Kind of a dad pun there.
I think it's clever. Is that too dad? Is it all right? Because there's the dad into things, and then there's the really funny, really clever.
I'm
sorry.
No, I think.
Why are we judging jokes? You shouldn't judge jokes.
I think that I'm a full advocate of dad jokes, and there are bad ones and there are good ones. I don't know, you know.
I think that's a fantastic one.
For whatever reason,
Clever.
puns just kind of fall into the dad category.
They do. You're exactly right. So there you go. So Mitch, yeah, so if you think Creative Cloud is too expensive, this is your perfect opportunity to make something in Adobe XD, basically activities on Utopia, and submit that to us. You have an hour to do so, and you can win Creative Cloud. So, Incomputable Official just joined. Welcome. It's your first time. It's good having you here. I hope you just become a long-time viewer. And Joshua approves of the joke, so I think we're good.
Nice.
You are in the catacombs of Infinite Kittens. And would there be I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, these are good kittens here.
Okay.
A lot of
a lot of them are on white.
We'll just do this. Well, you know what? I'm gonna see.
I can edit them. I can. You want me to put them on black? Okay, and I can knock out the background. Well, that. I mean,
you could try. I'm just gonna. I guess blend modes are not a thing in XD yet.
Not so much. But I hear you. That's what I want.
Yeah, that might be too much right there. It doesn't have to be on black.
I like it. Really, it pops being white. So those are accidentally, look, yeah, there you go. You got it.
Yes.
So yeah, Adobe XD is brand new, about a month old, a month new. Adobe XD. Does anybody remember what XD was called before it was named XD? What was its code name?
Do I get to say?
No.
All right, I'm gonna stop messing with that screen.
Not Felix. We do have a Project Felix though, Anita. Project Comet. Before that, we're gonna get a little more difficult. Before that, it had a different code name. Before even Project Comet.
Did it?
And Shiva, you're right. It used to be Adobe Experience Design. We just shortened it to Adobe XD. Before that, it was Project Comet. Before that, it had another.
I don't even know that
name.
one.
It was probably like really internal. Like I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about it, but I had a name before that. It wasn't Bob. I should just tell you. It was Project Sparkler. We called it Sparkler. So. There is, Matt, and for everybody watching, there is actually a cat song that comes on randomly. And what you're listening to in the background is the one and only Andrew Apple Pie, and he has this cat meowing song that just comes on randomly, by the way. So that's why people are actually commenting about it.
Nice.
Maybe timing will be with us, and we might hear it. And if you need me to purchase an image, I can.
I like Andrew Apple Pie.
Yeah.
He's featured in a lot of Casey Neistat vlogs.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
All right, I'm just designing this some type of screen that shows the robot that you're about to fight. So I'm just kind of making up some stuff as I go along.
He didn't even have fists.
He might transform. You don't know.
Ooh, yeah, good call. He's yes,
so what is
Anita,
this
you're
robot's
correct.
name?
What's the robot's name that you're gonna fight? It's the cat robot. He or she is a southpaw.
Yeah, and also Joe is talking about not opening the layers panel. So when I used to work in Photoshop, I was all about meticulously named layers and everything was perfectly organized. And I guess over the years and with different programs, I think it's Command Y. I will, when I get into like fine-tuning components and modularizing things, sometimes I'll get into the layers panel a little bit more, but most of the time I just keep it hidden, and I will group things and either send stuff to the back or send stuff to the front with quick keys and not really worry about it. So if you know if you know how to send things back one layer at a time or send a group all the way to the back with a couple of quick keys, it can be tricky at first, but I think it makes me go faster.
Yeah, so, and it's interesting because I know a lot of people who, it might depend on where you initially started learning. So Photoshop, layers, Illustrator still has layers, but not so much. Like a lot of hardcore Illustrator users don't use the layers.
That's where I started not using the layers in Illustrator.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm trying to look at these cat names. Feline 9 is one. Robotio, Cat Wrangler. How about Feline 009? just because it looks techier.
Roberta.
That's pretty funny too.
Kendra, is Adobe your cat's name? Yes, Anita. InDesign does have a lot. It does have a lot of lovely layers. And to answer your question earlier, Project Felix is now Adobe Dimension.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Adobe Dimension.
I like that name.
Which is also interesting because, again, test how old school you are. There used to be an Adobe Dimensions like 20 years ago, and it was a 3D app.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Okay. Jean-Eric is like pretty hit or miss sometimes, but I love how creative he is usually with names and things.
Should you choose your opponent? Should you be able to like swipe through some opponents?
I think so.
All right, let's do it.
There's more in there, and I can let me put a couple more in there. Here's even, yeah. So, yeah, I'm just syncing a couple of these. Maybe this one. My job is like really easy because all I'm doing is I just hit this one button. I just get to search images and hit this one button. Jean-Eric, I do like that. Your CAT, C-A-T, which stood for something, which it just scrolled. Calibrated Assault Terminator.
Major Meow. That's good.
Major Meow. Oh, you guys.
I'm gonna put like what are the typical stats like in the old school Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Oh,
you know, where you have like the level of difficulty. There could be like a score for each one.
I will
like
find out.
Catometer.
It should be their, you know, wins, losses.
Yeah, wins, losses, but also if there's a good name for a level of difficulty, that would be also good.
Yeah.
Captain Catnip. That's pretty funny too. The Persecutor from Courtney. That's awesome.
Oh, good. And so that includes Matt. Hey, Matt, I want you to know that we just got word that we just gave you some Adobe stock credits.
All right.
Magically.
Thank you. So if I wanted to buy this one that says Adobe stock, is there a way for me to quickly?
Yeah, let's take a look in here. See if you could right click on any one of the, like the one that you want. Is there a right click option? This is brand new, that's why.
There is not a right click on this that I am seeing.
All good. I will usually do that in Photoshop or something. So, that one. And
Could I open it in my like folder and do it?
You can open it up, and I have it open in say Photoshop or Illustrator. Just open up your libraries panel, and for this graphic, you can just do license image. So Yassine is asking what we're doing. Yeah, do a quick recap while you. Do you want to license it? You want me to?
I'll do it. Let's do it.
All right, man. So basically what we're doing is we are creating an app in Adobe XD about traveling to and activities on Utopia, which is a brand new planet that's been discovered. And we're dealing with this as if it's a future scenario.
Watermark gone.
Yeah, just like that. Because when you drag those from your library into your app, it's linked. One of the activities is
robot fighting.
Robot fighting. All right, those are good. Texeta, height, weight, arm reach, power, athleticism. I think that's very clever use of using repeat grid.
Yes. Let's see here. Try all these other colors on this one, see which one's looking good. That orange maybe is more suited for the cat.
And that's their strength.
This is going to be the little pagination thing where you're actually swiping between these.
Gotcha.
I do need to add in the strength and stuff. Maybe some.
Ooh, I like Death. I like
arrows.
Death Paw. Thank you, Adobe Live team.
That is awesome.
And I want it to be the cutest kitten.
With the big.
Because you know it's going to
pupils.
transform into something vicious.
All right.
The Purinator.
Did you see the persecutor earlier? That was a good one.
The what one?
The persecutor.
Oh, puns. That's good stuff. Yes. Let's do this. And just switch to my screen if you could. Question here is just like, how do you create an app essentially? Let's close this one. But just download Adobe XD. I have it right here. You could actually explore the basics right here using just by clicking begin tutorial. But all this is this is just a file and shows the different screens and graphics. Another thing you could do is get UI kits. Go out to wireframes if you want to create something really fast. Download the wireframe, which has just really a ton of things that you could use to get you up and running fast, because you have about 40 minutes. So right in here, look at all these various screens and stuff. If you open up the assets panel for this wires asset, you can see there's stars and all sorts of things that you can just grab and run with. And again, file new. It's really just as simple as sort of creating what you need to create and modifying it accordingly. Where can you download it? You can do a search for Adobe XD. I don't think it's linked. Is it linked in the interface at all? Here on Behance? I don't think so. But just if you happen to have Creative Cloud, what I typically do is go right up here. I go to Apps, and you can see it'll say Adobe XD. And this is also where you want to make sure that you have yours updated as well. Right. So that's where you get it. Thanks, James. You love it. Saves so much time. Good to hear. Courtney, that's it. That is a good. I agree, Felicia. You just call one Susan. It's another name. It's just right after Death Paw, Susan.
There was a movie. Gosh, what was it? I think it was like Aliens versus Robots or something.
There was Cowboys versus Aliens, and then there was
It was a kids movie.
Oh, okay.
And there was like a blob. Seth Rogen was the blob's voice.
Oh yeah, Monsters versus Aliens.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there was a woman that got
really large.
And they were like, "What is your name?" And she was like, "Susan." And I think that was her actual name. All of them had like monster names.
And she's like, Susan. It's good stuff. Thank you, Stephen Olmos, for posting that link. I could have done that as well. Shame on me. Yeah. Noel? Yeah. I don't think it's actually that... I wonder how big of a download this is. I don't think it's that big of a download. So...
What do you think? Strength, difficulty?
So are these are the characteristics of this feline 009. So it should be speed. I would put, instead of difficulty, I'd put speed.
All right.
Catnip.
Just like a random catnip category.
That sounds good.
So this guy, let's give him...
Yeah, so don't forget, your best way to win Creative Cloud for a year is to enter the contest. I think this is the best, best time to do it out of the entire day, because we don't get a ton of submissions because it's a little more work. So we encourage you to do that, but we're going to do a giveaway right now. Felicia, if that works for you, I'd say that's a great idea. Random giveaway right now. So just be active in the chat, as it says right here. And we have some fantastic limited edition gold-plated, not gold-plated, but we have some exclusive posters that you can't find really anywhere else by Robzilla, by Jing Wei, as well as Christine Heron, who will be in at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So just be like, hey, that is Mr. T. And Adobe Live Team, is that for one of the posters, or do they get all three? You get all three. You don't even have to worry about picking your favorite. All three of them can be your favorite. Just need to make sure you're there and that you have fingers and you can respond. So if you do win it, we want to know that you're there, essentially. Deepak's here, Kendra's here, Dana's here. Thank you so much. All right. Adobe Live Team is sorting through all the names, making sure they're actually real humans. And they are drawing a name right now through their complicated system. Wow. The winner is Jean-Eric. Jean-Eric, congratulations.
All right, good job.
Yay. Jean-Eric, you win these fabulous limited edition posters. And it's also a big thank you just for contributing your invaluable puns. Jean-Eric, buddy, you won. Jean-Eric, I'm also curious if you've won anything in the past. I figure like you're around enough that I hope you have won. This is hopefully not your first win, because we do appreciate you, man. And feel free to thank Gus specifically. He is Adobe Live Team. He's one of the 30 people. He has 30 people under him that he has, checking names and all that fun stuff. But don't worry, in about 35 minutes, we'll view the entries of the contest. Just click on the contest tab.
Oh, yeah.
Good, Jean-Eric. You won Creative Cloud full year a couple years ago.
That's what you got to do. Just get on the live stream every so often.
Mm-hmm.
Keep plugging away, and then you keep getting
keep stacking up those years.
A free year, and you never have to pay for CC.
I wonder if we could ever do like a giveaway or some promo where it's like Creative Cloud for a lifetime. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, let me know when you do that, and I'll join as my alter ego.
You got it.
All right, just making a little way to get out of this screen, just in case you don't want to do it. I always like to provide a way to escape a transaction.
Yeah. And what's cool, so what Matt's doing here, since he's using that purple, is if he's used it from the assets panel, he could always tweak that purple color at any time in the future, which is nice. And it will tweak the purples being used everywhere. See, right behind me.
That's right.
Right here. I'm trying to press it. Yeah. Anyway.
Alright, I still want to keep messing with this, but I'm going to just make the new screen. This is good enough for now. This will be our little like baseball card style thing of the Feetline 09. Maybe that should be white.
So Dana, you mentioned having two Adobe IDs, one for work, one for home. Yeah, I mean, if you have Creative Cloud, you could actually log in on two machines with Creative Cloud and your Adobe ID.
All right, choose a point of one. This will be.
So Chelsea, and I think somebody else will kind of chime in, but click the contest tab. There's a bit.ly. That's where you're going to paste that prototype link.
There we go. There's Death Paw.
I love it. Death Paw.
Now we need this on the other side. We'll give him 110 strength.
Oh yeah. I think the cuter the kitten, like, the more deadly they are. Oh, Big Booty, you wish you could export a sitemap with prototype connections. Okay, well, I have an answer for you. Give me 1 second and I'll just open up a file. Give me 1 second. Carasius, you gotta run off to work. Appreciate you hanging out. We're going all day till 5 p.m. and we'll be back tomorrow as well. Tuesday through Thursday. And also on Mondays, there'll be streams. So what I wanted to show is, yeah, just switch to me if you don't mind. Thank you, Chris. So check this out. Like, when you publish a prototype, you can also publish design specs, because someone is asking about getting sort of the sitemap. So this is the best I can do for you for sitemaps. But this is the design specs, beta, mind you. But as I sort of roll over the screen, I can, first of all, I can see all of the screens, but I can also see how they're connected as well. So I do like this. This is actually what people have been asking for, is like a sitemap. It's kind of like the best you can do right now. And as I dive into this and click on, say, even this logo, I can get the appearance. Even if it's this font, I can see, okay, here's the content, here's the style, font size, all that fun stuff. So again, design specs, brand new. It's kind of cool.
All right, I think I'm ready to link this up. We have enough contenders. Let's see. So I'm gonna look at my prototype. So I have some links already in place. So I'm gonna go ahead and, since there's not really the idea is that this would kind of activate when you get to a location, but I guess we could also make one of these, like this robot here could technically link to that screen, and maybe that just dissolves. All right, and then if we said not yet, that would link back over there. But if we said let's kick some robot, and let's see if that's grouped.
So Chelsea, we did get your submission.
All right, so maybe we would slide that one to the left.
And James, we got yours as well. James Mash. This is going to be fun to review. They're getting better, but still there's not a lot of submissions, so...
Excuse me. All right, this will go back here. Actually, let's do... previous artboard. There we go. And then what I like to do, if I have 3 or 4 artboards that need that same X going back to the previous artboard, instead of going to each one and doing that each time, I think you can just copy and paste that particular X. And I think the prototype,
once you've added that interaction,
yeah, I think it'll still be
what you can also
in
do
place.
If you write,
although actually I think it didn't work.
Oh, you didn't have it.
If you duplicate the artboard after, like sometimes you can link it prior and then duplicate the artboard, and then that hotspot will.
Yeah, it should come along with it.
But that was just pasting the individual piece.
What you can also do here, I mean, just as an FYI, do a right click on an element real fast.
Right click on an element real fast.
Paste, so you could copy.
Oh, paste interaction.
And then you can paste interaction, so that's also an option.
Oh.
I mean, it's pretty. I do what you do. Like all I do is if I do it once, I just copy it and then paste, because the interaction stays with the object.
So if I do Command Shift V.
Oh, was that the shortcut?
Go back to design. Yes.
You have to first copy it and then explicitly right click and paste it.
Oh, that's paste appearance if you don't. I got you.
Oh, wait. Paste it.
I was in design mode versus prototype mode.
Gotcha. Yeah. The only thing tricky about that is like you copy the object and you're copying all these, like if it's text, the styles, blah, 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 interactions, and then you have to right click and paste the specific thing that you want to paste. And that's how that works.
All right, so let's try this out here. Go here, Command Return. Tap this robot. You are at the Temple of Infinite Kittens. Would you like to initiate litter boxing? Not yet. Go back to the home screen. Let's try it again. Let's kick some robot. Slide over. So we want to keep cycling through the opponents here.
Good job.
I didn't add the back slide back. I'll add that in, but now I can just close that. Oh, that's previous artboard. I should have changed it to this screen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good thing it's quick and easy to do.
Yeah, that's. And did you know that even while you're previewing it, you can make changes in XD and it will update your preview?
Oh, nice. Like if your preview is still kind of on the...
Yeah, like if you had two screens, maybe that's off on one screen, like always running, if you will. Even on your phone, always running.
Oh yeah, and that's right. We could show it interacting on the phone.
Yeah,
I can even
let you get that.
paste the link and let everyone click around in it too.
Yes, let's totally do that. We're gonna publish this. Oh yeah. Okay, so to answer your question, Miriam, if you want to, I'll actually do it right now that I'm in XD. So, exporting out assets, you can do a Command A. Basically, I'm selecting everything and export. I probably wouldn't. I would be a little bit more selective ultimately, but this is how you'd export out the assets. So pretty straightforward when it comes to SVG. It's going to be very flexible. PNG, if I select, say, iOS, it's going to give me, so I designed it at actual size, but it's going to export them out at 1, 2, and 3 times the size with those appropriate names as well. So as I go out here, desktop, exported, you can see the various graphics. So here's background at these different sizes. So that's how you'd give it to the developer. But you'd also give them the link as well as give them a link to the design specs. So technically what I would do is I would select all the vector assets and I would do those as SVG, and and you can actually export out JPEG now, which is new as of like 2 weeks ago.
I'm adding in some fur to the background here, just for fun.
A laser. Maybe that's your secret weapon, is a laser pointer.
Yes.
When you enter the ring.
That
John Eric.
That's gonna be a good like upgrade. Somebody could totally turn this into a game and sell it. I would totally play this. All right, so I'm gonna test this again here. Robot, kick some robot. So now we can slide right and left.
Nice.
We're cycling through our competitors.
Mm-hmm.
And our little dots at the bottom are moving correctly. And we can close it out.
Nice.
All right. I may change this to a dissolve. And I wonder if you can change all of these at the same time. So I got these 3 selected. Okay, it won't let me. Always looking for a shortcut, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
And instead of that one tiny robot, I'm going to make this whole globe link to that screen for now.
Okay, that's good.
Just because you don't, especially if you're going to, show this to someone, that one tiny tap area, it's good to make it kind of foolproof.
Yeah. And you can, I mean...
All right, I'm going to try it on here.
One common thing is just like have a transparent box.
Yep.
And that's your hit area. It's like old school Flash stuff.
Oh, yeah. All right, maybe we'll go ahead and publish this prototype and
allow comments.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey everyone, just so you know, we do have Evan Abrams while this is publishing. He's up next with Jason Levine. It was Evan's birthday yesterday. He just turned 30. So wish him a happy birthday today when he comes in. So Anita, does it have a fit feature? I'm not sure.
I don't know what that means.
It doesn't really scale. First off, if you do preview this link on your phone, it will go full screen. I don't know how it does it. Just, like most websites, but I don't know. I don't know the technology behind it.
All right, let's go to get some inception going here.
And are you muted?
Muted.
Oh, you're going to post it in? Perfect.
Yes.
Evan Abrams just turned 30. I don't know if he knows if he wants me to say that, but I think it'd be nice if everybody wished him a warm birthday today. Yeah.
All right, link is in there. There you go. You can click on that. All right, what should we do now? Should we select a competitor and go into fight mode or the activity mode? Or should we explore a new feature? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, let's kind of think through that.
Because right now, I mean, we've kind of gone down this path. The next logical step would be to choose one of these competitors and get started.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of fun.
And this is more of like I think the term that I don't really love the term, but people refer to it as Internet of Things, IoT, where it's like interacting with other objects in the world. So this would be an app where you're selecting something on the app and maybe it makes something happen in the real world. Like all of a sudden, one of these ferocious feline competitors appears before you, and then you have to do it, and then you pull your app back out to claim your.
And I think it would know already. I think that robot cat tells your app whether it won or lost.
Yeah,
which is good.
And so you'd have like a congratulations screen. So maybe we would have just like a waiting screen where it's like, like your fight is going now. Stop looking at your phone or something.
Yeah, I think there should be like a countdown or something.
Yeah, that's a good
3, 2, 1 sort of deal.
And do you get 9 lives when you're fighting?
Oh yeah, I like it. Armando, no, this is not live. If you were wondering, the comment whether we are live or not.
Tinder for cat fighting.
This is a recording, but somehow we managed to know Armando Valencia.
Chelsea wants to know what happens on the couch of no regrets.
A whole lot of nothing.
That's right.
You could have robot cat fight robot chicken.
All right, so let's say once you've chosen a cat to fight, there's no Xing out. You have to fight.
Yeah, just like
like in Fight Club, rule 1, you have to fight on the first night.
Yeah. If it's your first night, you have to fight. Yeah, I would love to see just the big screen of time to fight. It's like go time. That robot cat covering the screen or whatever. But I like the idea. Like we could also, Chelsea said, exploring sort of like the couch of no regret or some other options. Totally, we can do that. Just so you know, you have about 15 minutes and to get your app in, whatever you're making. So if you do want to make activities on Utopia and you want to sort of prototype what it would be like to sit on the couch of no regret, by all means. I do have James's in, Chelsea's in, Cyril's in as well. So that's 3, 4, 5. Kelsey as well. Oh, actually no. Technically, I think we have 4 in. So yeah, your odds are looking really good. Cyril, that's a great question. When will we see sticky headers in XD? And the answer is I don't know. But we do know that that's our #1 request. So if you are in XD, actually let me just jump out to see, provide feedback. Here we are. And just so you know how I got here, right in the help menu, provide feedback. This is going to take you to user voice. And we can see feature requests. Let's see what the top ranked feature request is. Okay, fixed objects between transitions. Sticky header. Mm-hmm. So 249. You vote for what you want. You get the idea. Labeling assets, also another good one. So that's user voice. So I'm really excited about the next year, man, because it took us all of 2017 to bring Windows up to parity with Mac. So that's what a lot of our time was spent doing. So I think we're going to really start seeing like a lot of features moving really fast into the app. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Rulers in XD, we can talk about that. We don't have rulers yet. I will say this is also a new feature. We can go ahead and let's switch to mine real fast. So what we have here is you're used to seeing the square grid, right? See all those squares? We now have a layout grid. Fancy. So 4 columns with all of the padding around it as well, but you can see we'll go from 4 to 6, and this is flexible as well. So the graphics aren't, but the grid is flexible or somewhat responsive. So new stuff. Yeah, Armando, good call. Persecutor doesn't have the bullet links working. That's why you guys are testing for us. We appreciate it.
I thought I made this. Yeah, I don't know if on like a website those are typically.
Thank you, Adobe Live team.
Oh yes,
he's on it. I like it.
Typically, like on a website, you could click a dot, but a lot of times on a mobile app, it might not necessarily be interactive. These are big enough to where it looks like they could be interactive, but
okay, yeah, maybe that's what.
Maybe they should be smaller, because I don't think I would technically want to encourage people to hit those tiny dots. It would be more for just kind of a status. But it is a good point, and that's something that's good to test. Like if you're playing with it and you think like, oh, this should be tappable, then it makes sense to to test the prototype, send it out, get feedback.
And that's a good call. I think that the size is a good indicator of whether something's clickable or not. So thank you. Yeah, let's switch to my screen real fast. This is the prototype. Link is in the chat. And like the Adobe Live team said, I'm not sure which Gus. There's like 7 Gus's working for us. But as I click, I can start to see what are the hotspots are, and I can also add a comment right here. Text could be larger. What text? Well, this text right here.
And then I'm going to say, did you look at it on your phone, Paul?
That's why you're the boss.
But yeah, I mean, it does look tiny there, but it does look larger on the device. This way you got to test it.
Herbert says, I propose a 5th cat. He shall be known as Mr. Waffles.
Mr. Bigglesworth would have been a good one, too. Throw some Dr.
I like you guys' sense of humor. This is fun. Oh, yeah, this is good. Oh, you could, oh, yeah, there's not you can't flip it.
I bet you can.
Actually, let's try, let's do this.
I mean, at the very least, I could put it in a group and just rotate it. Kind of like a jab, and the other one's like a hook.
I think.
Oh, is that his nose? I was like, what is that ghosting there? It's the cat's heart-shaped nose. That's the secret. You have to hit him in the nose to beat him.
Ooh, negative value on the width. Interesting. I wonder if that would work.
We could try it.
Nope.
It just went
disappeared.
To 1.
Can you maybe put that in the Creative Cloud library? Just see if I don't even know if you can put assets in the Creative Cloud library when you're in XD. See if you can.
And this is technically a text document,
there.
So I don't know if it would.
Yeah. Maybe not. Okay, not so much. All right.
All right, this might be a time when I need to open my layers panel here. Get rid of that.
All right.
I guess maybe we should do the, we should have, like in the video games where the character's on the left and the right and it shows like your health.
Yeah.
The health bars and then maybe lives remaining.
Yeah, I like that. While you do that, I'll switch over to my screen real fast. So somebody was asking about this earlier. This kind of relates to your first screen, which this is 3D. As you saw, this is just a line that has a lathe happening to it. But where this texture came from, in fact, let me just go ahead and do this. I'll show you right now. Let's just do this. Gradient, effect. It happens to be right down here, pixelate. It's color halftone. This is how you make anything like, give it a series of dots. So color halftone. I don't want anything to be colored. It's just going to be black and white. I'm just changing all these channel values to 100. The max radius is 127. For this, I maybe want to do like 50. Let's try 50. Clicking OK. This is typically trial and error, but now you have that sort of dot pattern. From there, I can put it in a library. Symbols. Drop it in here, right? And with that done, let's do this. A little Illustrator action. And give you time to put those screens together. Just remove this. So now we just have this one line. That's white. Effect 3D. We want to revolve it. I've been saying lathe, but it's revolve. So now it's a sphere. Okay, so you can see that wireframe right there. But I'm going to map art to it. This is why I put it in library, because once it's in library, I can select my new symbol 1. You can see right there. I can move that over. Crank up the ambient light. You get the idea. I like making, this is like how you can make the AT&T logo. Zoop.
How do you like that?
Let's see. Oops. Oh. Ah! Yeah, let's switch to your screen. You're hilarious. Did you think of that? Dad jokes.
I thought about that all by myself while you guys were against Feetline 009.
Good stuff.
So you're the person using the app, and this is your fight against Feetline 09.
I think it's probably going to be my name for a bit. I think this is going to haunt me for a little while.
Let's give you a health bar. The audience likes it. Thank you for
Why, Jean-Eric? You beat Jean-Eric. He's all about the puns or
That's fine.
all that good stuff.
Thank you for encouraging my behavior. I appreciate it.
Yeah. The font
Change to fight font. Yeah, I could see that. I was using Brother, which is the font that was in our creative brief, but
I like that extra bold version of it. You know.
Even like at the very least, it could be. It needs to be like that kind of comic book style, possibly. I can't think of any good offhand, like marker or something, marker felt. I can't remember. That's definitely not it. Maybe someone will think of it.
You ever heard of the site Wordmark.it? Wordmark.it?
I don't think so.
Basically, it's one browser window that displays all of your fonts on your system in the browser.
Word Market.
Yeah. Ooh, Kathleen. Did you see that? Kathleen versus Pa Tranny. Haha. That was good stuff.
There we go.
Yeah, see? It's kind of nice, right? I mean, just makes it kind of easy to...
That's a cool site. I like that. I guess technically we should type in fight.
I still like the big, chunky, bold. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
I like it too.
Or it could be
like
a script. But
we're getting off on a tangent here.
yeah, we are. This is what happens. We go down that.
Spend 30 minutes looking for a fight font that you end up not using.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna, let's get back on task here.
We're doing well. We've dodged some bullets because we could have gone down the gradient rabbit hole earlier too. We're staying on task. Ooh, Shatter font. Kevin Worth. I don't know Shatter font, but it sounds awesome.
Shatter font. I'm pretty sure I don't have that. But you could use it in your prototype.
That I'm making.
That they upload. Aren't they?
Oh
doing
yeah,
one?
yeah. You can actually totally use that. And in about 5-ish minutes, we'll be reviewing the prototypes that you guys are working on. Odds are looking really good for you. And birthday boy just walked in. It's okay, I call you birthday. You're birthday boy today, all right?
Okay, I'll take that.
Evan Abrams.
No, it was
Birthday
yesterday,
boy.
so that's completely over with now.
Yeah, so sorry, man. No, we're gonna pretend like today's your birthday, just because we
We
can.
have birthday weeks.
Yeah.
Well, we have
See,
birthday
there we
weeks in
go.
Georgia.
All right, there you go. See?
Oh, fun.
My wife and
Down
I
with
are
it.
all about the birthday week. Special treatment all week long.
That's a good. That's.
Totally, he's totally with it.
I like it. So
All right,
yes,
see a little gradient action going on these health
in about
meters.
20-ish minutes, Evan Abrams up with Jason Levine. I'm going to be doing some motion design based on the same theme, which is really fun. But I don't know if they're going to have a lot of kittens involved like we do, or robot kittens for that
They
matter.
should.
I know.
I don't know if this gradient's gonna work or not, but we'll give it a try. Oh, there we go. Like it gets.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, I see what
It
you're
gets
doing.
to red, as you lose power. We could even throw in some yellow in there. Just double click here to add a stop.
Mm-hmm.
And then pick this other color.
I love gradients. Love them.
That was accidental, but that's just what happens. Move things around.
I don't own it. Just be like, hey.
We'll give you full health, Paul. Paul.
Oh,
Paul.
pow.
I could tap into my my deep roots there. Now, Paul.
Whoa, hello. We have some entries now. Thank you so much. Wow. Game on.
Gladiators ready. Do you remember American Gladiators?
Yes.
This is American Cadiators.
No, that one failed.
That was bad.
That failed. You just make your
I'll
you
just-
just make your fun.
I'll
your
just design.
You just design some pretty stuff. Leave
Leave the dad jokes to
the
John
chat.
Eric.
Yeah, John Eric. Thank you, Kelsey. Got yours in as well. Looking good. This is going to be really fun. Looks like, okay, got it. Anandu has entered another one. I think Anandu also did might have done a motion design yesterday or something. I heard his name a couple times yesterday. Could be wrong. Adrian, have your submission as well. Yeah, everybody's like stepping up their game. I like it. Just give me 1 second. Just hopefully everybody's pleasantly enjoying the Andrew apple pie that's playing in the background. Maybe the cat song. I'm really hoping the cat song comes on while we're working on this. Unless it was removed. Well, there might be a small chance that it was removed. Looks like what people are doing. Thank you, James. Some people have, this is kind of cool. You've published a prototype, submitted it, and you can always update that link, by the way. So you could get it in ASAP, because in 4 minutes, we're going to review these. So you have 4 minutes, but get it in, and you might be able to sneakily update it. Because I think that's what James did. So how you doing over there, my friend?
Doing good. Just got 9 seconds left in this round, and Paul Tranny is beating Feline09.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I'll go ahead and try to link up this last screen. I'm going to link Feline09 to the fight screen. We'll do just leave it dissolve for now, and then maybe this entire screen links back to the home screen.
Keep in mind, just Glenn Tenorio, you did submit a Google link. Would love to just get your Adobe XD prototype link is all I need, because I don't need the actual file. Kind of having an issue with the actual file. Yeah, and you have a couple minutes too. This is going to take a while to review these like 10 designs. All right. Harianto? Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. Yeah, do you want to read chat for me? See if there's...
I will not be able to make something in 4 minutes, so I'm just going to see your magic. No problem, Armando. Stalking skills are failing me. Matthias, who are you trying to stalk? What about a paw as the dot over the letter in the letter I in fight? Oh, very cute. Before I do that, I'm going to update this link. Manage, publish link. No, I don't want to do that. Publish prototype, update the link.
Oh, here we go.
Stop. Oh, okay.
Oh, got it. Boom.
That user pick with the E height. The user pick with the E height. What is Elizabeth talking about here? Center the user pick with the E height.
Yeah, maybe she's kind of going from screen to screen and might be a little off. I don't know. I don't know what the E height is. But we like your attention to detail.
Yes, Marek, you just tap the image.
The word Utopia.
Oh, the word Utopia. Was this like over here?
All right, so let's take a look at, looks like we got Glenn. Looks like I was able to get your file. So you are in business. But we'd prefer a link. So.
We're ready to start reviewing these?
Yeah, I say, hey, why not? Let's get this party started. All right, let's do it.
All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Here we go.
All right, so this is from Chelsea. She actually did create a Behance project. Thank you, Chelsea Skinner. Looks like there's actually some screenshots is what she did. So you see one right here. We can go full screen with that. And yeah.
I like the Cyclops girl. Good job.
Yeah. Welcome to Utopia. Let's scroll down. Let's make sure, see what other imagery is in here real fast. Okay, so yeah, let's actually click through. Boop. There we go. You can send an Earthgram.
Oh, this is kind of, no, she's kind of like playing off of Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this kind of same feed.
I like it.
Gotcha.
Oh, translator. Martian to English. Clever. Good job. Oh, Spacebook Messenger to the Facebook.
Oh, that's clever.
I love it. Yeah, that's great. All right, Chelsea. Fantastic. I'm following you. I'm stalking you now, and I'm going to appreciate this project. Thank you so much. I love your creativity here. Really, it's pretty sharp. Next up, we have James Mash. And let's just go a little more full screen with this.
Here we go.
Travel to Utopia. Let's do this.
Little bank gothic action right there, I think.
Yeah. Turtle Islands, Utopia, Neverlands. We'll go to Utopia City. Let's teleport there. Oh, cool. Oh, what do I want to do? Eat square pancakes.
Please.
Anyone? Oh, wait, let me just double check. Ooh, multiple options. So let's try this one. I'm going to check out hotels. This one. Okay, let's go there. Hotel Wonder World. Let's close that. Check out other options.
I like the half screen detail view. That's good.
Yeah. There's other options down here. Let's try this one. Turtle Island Cruises. Gotta love that. 11 screens here. Let me make sure I got all of them. So starting home, Utopia City, teleporting, your menu screen. You have a map view, which is fantastic. Detail view. Actually, a couple different options for detail view from here to here. Yeah. And then the cancel. Oh, music and events. Well played. Seats are available for some of those bands. So, hey. Oh, and these are all really fun because I could see this. Like, look at this. Like the images that they. Look at that.
Like
yeah, let's have that.
Star Wars style.
We haven't even talked about scrolling, but yeah, additional.
Yeah, that's great.
Great stuff. And again, that was James Mash. Good job.
Good job, James.
Fantastic. Cyril, how do I say this? Cyril Gadara. I like this large format. This works. Let's visit Utopia. Nice tile view. Yeah, looks like a great place to go. This one's also active. Oop. I like this large format. Let's go and contact. So submit.
There you go.
Have a nice day. Thank you for being so polite. Cyril Gadara, well played. Love the large format. Kelsey, explore Utopia. Yeah, Candy Mountain.
I like the card design is really nice.
Mm-hmm. Very clean. Like the palette. It's actually working with the images.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go search.
Need for speed.
Satisfy your need for speed.
Candy carts.
Oh, fun.
What movie is that? From? There's a movie with those. That go-kart is from a movie. It's like where they're in the video game. Wreck-It Ralph. That's it. Yes.
Ah, good call.
It's a good movie. Thank
Very
you,
nice.
Evan.
Kelsey, fantastic. Anandu. All right. Event selection in Utopia.
That's the unfortunate cropping of that title.
Exactly.
It is a nice design.
And be aware of, like, I'm going to go back to screen 1. Clicking Alien Outpost.
This is cool. I like this.
I'm getting...
Oh, choose your seat.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's just see. Book tickets. Let me just see. Okay, pay now. Enjoy the movie.
There you go.
All right, good. Let's make sure we got all the screens covered for all your hard work. Ooh, movies, sport events. And yeah, it's great.
I love how everyone's take is just like unique to them. Like all of them look very different.
Adrian. Utopia, the planet of happiness. Where they are on the metric system. Complete your profile.
Everybody knows your name.
Gather points for kindness.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go here. The mountains of Utopia. This is all like cotton candy, by the way, in case you're wondering. Enjoy the beauty of the planet. Oh, that's great.
Nice.
Fantastic. That was Adrian. Let's get into... Okay, we already did an undo's. Let's go to Lucas. It's year 2049. Activities. I like this design. It's like really clean.
It's very, I don't know why. I'm thinking of all these movies that I can't remember the name of. The Tom Cruise movie where he has duplicates in different sectors. He's in like this globe.
Huh?
Oblivion.
Evan
come
knows.
on back here.
You're good, buddy. You are good.
It reminds me of Oblivion. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
it does. Very
The movie
spacious. Oh, that's really good. So that's home. Yes. Was Luca's. Luca also did a custom icon right there, by the way.
Nice.
So
Bravo.
yeah, it's not lost on us, my friend.
I like that little planet too.
Utopia's waivers.
That's got a little Shauna X vibe there.
It does. Click on a wave, dear waver, and feel the beats.
Oh, very intriguing.
Kittens booga booga. Temples boom. Flying
pretty cool.
Laws. I like it. Pick a wave.
That's
Explore
very
the
creative.
beats.
I like that.
And good use of color. I like the color scheme. Okay, so that was that one. I'm gonna jump out to Hariantos. Sorry about that. Okay, I have two apparently that were just kind of sent to me. So,
I think that was from yesterday. That one.
okay, you're right. So this one. This is Hariantos. It should be. I'm not seeing his name, but nonetheless, here we are. Let's go into prototype mode. Let's do a select all. So there is a lot of interaction right in here. So let's just run this real fast. Here we have our preview. Zoop. Utopia. Ooh, what is this? Kitty dance performance. Yeah.
I'm glad to see the Temple of Infinite Kittens permeating all of the prototypes.
Yeah.
I think I even heard Shauna and
Oh yeah, they were
Kathleen
using
talking
it.
about a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, those are all the screens, and there's more interaction here as I do a select all. Well, there's a couple interactions, so good stuff. Good stuff. And again, that was Hariantos, and actually that might not be right. Again, I appreciate everybody who sent a link in.
There's a lot to choose from.
Let me make sure I have Glenn's. Hold on. Okay, so it looks like so that was Glenn's that we saw that we opened it up in XD. Hariantos is the one that was basically submitted yesterday that he submitted again today, just FYI. Which could be used to Yeah, no, this is, we had that right the first time. All right, so we'll switch to your screen. We want to see your prototype. I'm going to pick the top, say, a handful.
3.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
then you can. So we'll switch to your screen and see how yours is looking.
All right. So I had a lot. Someone asked, you know, how do you select one of these competitors? And while you would think it would be, you know, like in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, it's very intuitive to just tap one of these, but we could just use that feedback and steal this button, start using this on here. So I might just play around with adding a select button or something.
Okay, so James.
Here we go.
And we probably only have a couple minutes, which I feel bad about.
That's all good.
All right. All right, I have 6. All right, this was not easy. I now have our top 5.
All right.
All right.
Will it down to 3?
I'm going to do it right now. So, but I'm going to
All
talk.
right.
I need to talk. I need to, yeah.
Okay,
I just need to talk through this so everybody knows my our decision making process. Feel free to chime in.
Thank you, MC.
Great stuff. So essentially, Chelsea's is fantastic. I think she did a good job of just exploring different possibilities and doing takes on different.
The pun game was on
properties.
point as well.
Pun game is straight up on point. So that's what makes hers unique. I appreciate this one because they went through this whole process. There's 11 screens here. You know, map view.
Yeah, in terms of the full experience and all of the screens, this one is definitely seems the most robust.
Yeah.
If I recall, at least.
Not that you could necessarily muscle your way in, because good design goes a long way.
Right.
Again, just like this large format, works out well, and that's why that one's still in here. Really like this one from a design standpoint.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm all about this one. Very simple and clean. Maybe the text needs to be a little larger.
Yep.
And then this card view was nice as well, and I think you liked this one.
Yep.
As we kind of go through these
Wreck-It
various
Ralph
screens.
in there.
So what I'm going to do is I definitely I think this one needs to be fleshed out more, so I'm actually eliminating this one.
All right.
I do like this one. I'm a little bit concerned about it. I think this pun game is on point, but I think from a design standpoint, not so much. So these are my top 3.
Yeah, and I would say, I like this one a lot, but I can, just in terms of mobile screen and mobile app, that would need some refactoring for size. I do like the design overall.
Gotcha. So it might need to be refactored. So.
Yeah. I think I'm leaning towards this. Is this 2049, the Candy Mountain? It's in terms of the UX and the design. I think it's this one was good too, but the other one I think with the Candy Mountain card.
Just kind of clicking through all these, making sure we've have them all covered, and we're gonna wrap this up. I say we give it to Kelsey.
Let's do it.
Kelsey, congratulations! You
Good
win
job.
1 year Creative Cloud. Thank you so much. We're running short on time. Matt D. Smith in the house. Going to be back in the house tomorrow, so stay tuned. Stick around.
Thanks for
We have
the
birthday
for the
boy.
internet love.
Yes. Good having you, man. Evan Abrams up next. We're doing motion design. Jason Levine as well. Thanks so much, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah.